Hey, I'm Brenna Logan. I recently went to Peru, and this is my story of gratitude. I think that a really hard thing with gratitude is that you think that you've mastered it and you think that you've overcome it and everything, and then you're right back into the spot where you're not grateful. And there are certain things that I take advantage of that are huge blessings in my life that I just am not, I forget to be grateful for, or I just forget to thank God for them and everything that He's done in my life. And so I just think that gratitude is never something that I've accomplished, and it's never something that's fully done. It's something that I'm struggling with on a complete day-to-day basis. This past summer, when I went to Peru, I came back and I was like, I'm gonna be grateful for everything. God's awesome. Air conditioning exists. Like, this is great. And then I got back and it was like, okay, college application time. You got to do this, this, and this. And so just being, a senior in high school and having all of these really hard decisions in front of me that I have to make, I recently have really struggled with being grateful for not only the opportunity to go to college, but the opportunity that I have to be able to choose where I go to college and to get a further education. Lately I've just been so focused on, getting it done and getting the deadline and next thing. And so I really just haven't taken the time to really appreciate what opportunity I have in front of me and what a difference that can make in my life as well as the lives of other people around me. The reason that you need to be grateful and why gratitude is so important to me especially is just that if I'm not grateful and if I'm not expressing gratitude towards God, I kind of start to feel like I'm entitled for all of the things that I have. The truth is that God has given me everything that I have and that I don't deserve any of the blessings that I have. But I definitely can feel myself distancing from God because when I'm not expressing gratitude towards Him, it's kind of like, well, I did this myself, so I can do these next things and I don't really need to rely on God for anything. And when I'm not, expressing my thankfulness to Him, it's kind of like I definitely slip away from Him and I definitely can feel myself distancing from Him because I feel like I can do it all on my own. So when I went to Peru, obviously it's a mission trip. So I went down there expecting to see a lot of poverty and see a lot of hard things. Something that really stuck with me was that not only are these people poor and they're never going to know a life that's not poor, they're never going to know anything other than poverty, but they're grateful for the things that they have. And so that really stuck with me, and that really just really made a big impact on my life because if these people can be grateful for the hammock that they have because they can't afford a bed, or the soccer ball that we brought them and their eyes just completely light up, and if they can be grateful for that, I need to be grateful for all of the blessings that God has given me in my life. I think that the hardest thing that I had to do in Peru that I had to rely on God with is I got there and it was not what I was expecting. I was living somewhere that I thought was going to be way nicer than it actually was, and so it was kind of, I got there and I was like, God, what are you doing? I can't do this for a month. And so it was kind of like, I just need you to get me through this. I cannot do this by myself. I struggle with gratefulness every day. Most of the time, it's because my expectations and God's plan don't exactly line up perfectly. I have my plan and I'm ready to do it and I'm ready for, to execute A, B, and C. And God has kind of taken me on another path of I think this is a better plan. And so my expectations don't always coincide with that. And most of the time that's me saying, God, what are you doing? What are you doing right now? Why is this not going the way I planned? Why is this so much harder than I expected? Just something that I think I'll struggle with for a while is just overcoming my expectations and just giving them up to God. And being I'm going to be grateful for everything that you give me because I know that your will is what I'm supposed to do. And even if it doesn't exactly match up with my plan, I know that, I'm going to be where you want me to be and that it's the right spot for me.